of the song, man. It's Little Bubble. Uh, Old Town Road Bitcoin version from Little Bubble. Let me. This is the title. I mean, classic for from the bear market playlist. How are you doing, guys? How is the bear market doing? Really, just type on the chat. How are you coping? I know you've. Yeah, I have a cat here. Yeah, he's going crazy. Hey, come on, little cat, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Lovely friends, new alts, new lows. I mean, guys, the world is going to shit. What do you expect? And I've had some alpha sessions with my really good friend in machine, and yeah, he agrees. He agrees that the things are not looking really well, and the only chart that is really worth looking at the moment, if you want to see a trend reversal, is actually the Euro USD chart. Like the euro is at a 25-year low compared to the United States dollar. This kind of indicates how things are going. And in the morning, we had a glimpse of hope because things looked good. The markets worldwide opened well. Everything was in the green. Even the Euro USD was looking signs of recovery. And bullshit. Everything went to shit right after a couple of hours. So not bullish at all. Not bullish at all. I just need to remind you guys every single time we have a stream. It's bear season. It's bear season, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I had some hopes that maybe the Ethereum merge would somehow make us. I don't know. Make us euphoric again, make us hopeful again. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. Switching consensus algorithms from proof of work to proof of stake is not only huge. It's not only a huge risk for Ethereum, but it's also a huge experiment for something that has never been done. It's never like it's easy to do it on a blockchain that really holds secures no value, but the Ethereum blockchain secures and settles every day like billions, tens of billions of dollars. So it is a weird thing. On that note, drinking a glass of beer, just came back from a tennis game and I'm still sweaty, so I think I deserve my beer. Cheers to everybody, to the moon. I really hope everybody makes it. This like just survive the bear market. Make sure you participate in multiple crypto market cycles. It's important. It's almost impossible to win on your first cycle. It's almost impossible. Really, guys. Don't be harsh with yourselves. Like learn as much as you can, shitcoin as much as you can, but make sure you're not shaken out in any way. Cheers to everybody making it, to everybody being here. Thank you, lovely friends. As you see, I was thirsty. I might have to get another one. Oof. Enough with my silly face. Let's go with the charts, the screens, and all the other things that we do. No, wrong. This is the one. Before we start, just want to showcase the new bot that the Grape community is running, which is a bot that controls a Twitter account, and members can vote to actually tweet or retweet or write whatever they want through that bot. All you need to do is be a member of the Grape community. That's simple. So I'm going to do exclamation mark retweet, and then space and paste my link. Oops, that's not the link. So I just tweeted. Let me find it. So I get the URL. I go to Discord. Retweet. Here you go. And you need 3 votes to actually retweet it. And you should just play around. Just play around. Butter for Soul says, my FUD youth's tweet was turned down. Let me see your FUD's tweet. Does it delete it immediately? Can't find your tweet, but I'm curious to see what kind of bearish FUD tweet did you try to broadcast. It's a silly bot that it's fun. It's fun to play around. I see my friend Pertz, a 12-month subscriber. He's our good NFT degenerate. Pertz, did you actually get youth listed? What happened? Were you at least on the waiting list? Did you pick up one from the secondary market? Did you pick up a tube? Did you actually drop 145 sol to get a youth? I don't want to be ultra bearish, guys, but don't expect some life-changing zero to hero generational wealth in a day or two. Like, even if you were selected, even if you were given the NFT, for 10 sol or 8 sol, how much the dust costed when we all bought it together on stream. It was what, beginning of August, uh, mid-August, most probably, like 12th, 13th, something like that. Like, I think it's gonna sound horrible. I please don't take this as fun. I'm still holding my tube. I really considered buying another one. I don't see I don't see youths being like over 15, 20 sol. Lovely friends. Lovely friends. Please don't go crazy. Please don't allow the FOMO to take control of your logic. Don't allow the narrative to win. Just think with your head. Calm down. Slow down. All right? Slow down. Relax. You're not missing the boat. The hype is going to die down. Now, if you really want to be in the community, just wait a little bit. You're going to manage to get in. There is, as we said, there's going to be another pump. There is going to be another pump. Now, is it going to be a greater pump than the previous one? I don't know. I can't predict. It could be, especially if the market changes, which I don't see any signs of it. Yeah. Like when they started the mints today, this morning, there was a glimpse of hope. The Euro USD chart was doing slightly better. As you see, guys, we're down, just going down. Yeah, you can't see really the graph. My camera is in front, but yeah, here you go. Oh yeah, I was playing Hearthstone. But as you see, we're just dropping. We need for this chart to reverse if we want to actually see any signs of hope, any signs of trend reversal. I see Dean Machine. Welcome, my friend Dean. We're all over to go back up soon. Let's see. I don't see any signs. I'm scared that we're gonna have a multi-year recession on every market. Now, one would argue for a crash to actually come, things need to pump. If things are already very low and they go lower, is that a crash? I'm not sure. Like, theoretically, if we wanted to get into a multi-year terrible recession where everybody suffers for many months to come, then I'd say that we need to first pump. Yeah, you need a pump before the crash. So I'm conflicted. I can't settle down. I can't. I'm not sure, honestly. I can't predict what's gonna happen. We're living in a world of black swans and tail events after tail event. Like tail event after tail event. We had COVID, we have war, we have like a bunch of weird shit happening that you can't really predict. You can't really play the market. So I don't know. Just sit on the sidelines and eat your popcorn. Sit on stables. Maybe use some borrowing lending kind of services to get some safe APY. Go for some no liquidity, no impermanent loss pool. Like provide some liquidity into safe alts, safe stable coins, stuff like that. Stuff like that. Like I'm at the moment, I'm staking plenty of USDC on Francium. It's not great. It's not great. Let's see what Francium is doing actually, because I haven't checked the numbers for quite some time. But yeah, I'm using this lending platform. As you see, I'm just getting a shitty 2.27% annual. It's really 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 low, guys. At the same time, whenever you have some market turbulence, you'll see this vault is actually being overly utilized. So you'll see this percentage, which is how much USDC is being used in from the pool. So out of the total $18.8 million that is in the pool, 5.1 are being actually utilized, meaning from the $18.8 million that is available to which is available to borrow, only 5.1 million have been borrowed, which is low, really low utilization. During trading seasons, during market pumps or market dumps, heavy market pumps and heavy market dumps, you'll see that this utilization actually gets close to 100%, which skyrockets the APY to sometimes over 10, 12, 15. We've seen it 18% in the past. So I'm okay with staying somewhere safe that doesn't give you any impermanent risk, any impermanent loss, and yeah, there is contract. You can't deny that. There is a chance that Francium has a bug, has some way for an attacker to actually drain the contracts. This is in the realm of possibilities. And anytime you interact with smart contracts, even if it claims to be audited, most likely has been updated, upgraded, some code has been merged, something has been changed, and the audit is no longer valid. Remember that audits are expensive and actually take a very long time. There is a very long queue. If you try to audit your project, you'll be given an estimated time of completion of the audit of about 6 to 9 months, which doesn't make it easy to re-audit the contract every time you update it. So yes, Reno Mike, you are right, my friend. You are right. There is contract risk. There is, and there is multiple layers of risk. I mean, even holding USDC can be seen risky in a way. We've seen that addresses can be frozen on the contract level, not on the Ethereum level, not on the L1 level, but the contract. They can freeze your money and you can't move them. You can't send them off your wallet. The smart contract will not allow your address that holds the actual SPL, ERC20 token or SPL token to actually move it. It's not going to be allowed. It's not that, oh, I'm banned from using Tornado Cash. No. You can't move anything out of your wallet. Now, Rihu is asking, which is a really good question. It's a really good question. Like, is it worth the smart contract risk? Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, don't put all your money in one stablecoin. Don't put all your money in one pool. Don't put all your money in one contract. Spread the risk. Spread the contract risk. Only use super popular and well-known stablecoins. No offense to my Hubble friends, but let's just wait another year before we start interacting with them. We saw with what happened with Terra. We saw what happened with uh, Iron Bank dollars. We saw what happened to Casio, Cash Cow, whatever that thing was called. Like we've seen our fair share of failed experiments. We know better. We know better. It's scary. It's scary. If you want to sleep 100% safe, you shouldn't be in crypto. Like that's the first thing you should consider. Now, if you want to sleep maybe 99.6% safe and without any issues, uh, maybe just keep your USDC or your Solana or your Bitcoin or whatever in your wallet. Should be a hardware wallet, and you should be very very careful with what you're doing with your seed key and your seed phrase. Uh, don't ever don't ever give it online. Never type it in a PC that is connected to the internet. You know, there are so many levels of paranoia, and as always, it's a trade-off between convenience and security. If you want to be convenient, it's tiresome to use a ledger. Every time you need to unlock it, you need to connect it, you need to do a bunch of things. And if you don't have it with you, you can't really do any transactions. And sometimes it needs updating, upgrading, and sometimes it bugs out and it resets, and you need to have the seed key handy. A bunch of shit. So convenience versus security. It's always like that. It's always like that. But I'm informing you about my shitcoin journey, and guys, you don't need to follow. You don't need to. This is not financial advice. You should just watch and be entertained, laugh with my losses and my silly face. That's it. My silly accent and my silly face. Definitely don't follow. You do you. Let me do me, and we obviously have different risk profiles, different investor profiles, different points in our lives, different priorities, different responsibilities, different budget sizes, uh, different opinions on where the value comes from and where we are in the market cycle. There are so many, so many assumptions. There are so many variables that you can't copy. You can't really copy. Everything is different every time. I see Reno Mike, which, from what I understand, thanks Reno Mike for making it to a stream. It's really fun to have you around. Reno Mike is asking, what about BUSD and the Binance? How they will only use BUSD, no USDC or USDT? So, yeah, I saw this headline, then I read the article. Binance is changing its trading pairs to BUSD, meaning you will be able to deposit USDC and USDT and DAI and a bunch of other stable coins to Binance. It's not that you will not be able to do that, but the moment you deposit your stablecoin in Binance, Binance internally will swap it to BUSD immediately. You will not be interacting, you will not be needing to do it yourself. This is what Binance will immediately do. And how they're gonna do it, we don't care. The CZ takes pocket from one money, takes it and puts it in the other pocket. You know? Pocket to pocket. Same guy. What they're doing is they're unifying the trading pairs. We had this event happen again. I think it was 2017, maybe late 2017, maybe the whole year this was happening. Back in the day, lovely internet friends, back in the day, all the pairs used to be Bitcoin pairs, meaning they were not stablecoin pairs. This is a trend that we've taken for granted, especially in the Solana ecosystem, where it's from its birth, from its inception, the Serum markets used to promote, and Solana Foundation itself used to promote SPL tokens and Solana itself, native Solana, to trade with stablecoin pairs, more specifically USDC pairs. That was their plan. back in the day, back in the Ethereum days when the ICO craze was happening, or even before that, on the before the ICO craze, when we had the X11 algorithms with the master nodes and all this bullshit, all these shitcoins used to trade only with Bitcoin pairs, and this stopped slowly. Slowly, the Bitcoin pairs were dropped, the Ethereum pairs were dropped. Binance did that maybe a year ago. It dropped all the Ethereum pairs, and now they're doing it again. They're dropping all the USDC pairs, and they are going to unify everything that is trading against a stablecoin to be BUSD. This means nothing for Circle. This means nothing for Tether. This is only something that Binance is doing, and is promoting its own product. In the end of the day, BUSD is a product of Binance. I don't think it should scare you. I'm personally not really using Binance. I use FTX, and I used to have a Binance account that was not KYC'd on purpose. I used to use that for trading, and I used to use Kraken and FTX for actually withdrawing money from my crypto world to my IRL bank account world. But since Binance actually made KYC mandatory, I closed my account. I never gave them my information, and I don't think I ever need to. Like, I'm kind of disgusted by BSC and this kind of liquidity manipulation, of volume, not liquidity, of volume manipulation and liquidity. Like, I mean, you have unlimited endless balance sheet of Binance pumping value inside its own curated blockchain. Not very like not very uh, not exactly what we have in mind when we're talking about an open financial system. So poof, don't be scared about those stablecoins. I mean, be scared about those stablecoins because sooner or later, we're going to see some stablecoin regulation. We're going to see some general crypto regulation. It's kind of required in a way. Let's hope it's the correct kind of regulation, the one that actually promotes this sector's growth and not something that cockblocks it. But again, the headline of Binance dropping USDC and USDT was a little bit of misinformation, a little bit of clickbait, because that was not the case. You'll be able to withdraw, to deposit, and I think you'll be able also to withdraw USDC. Like, I haven't seen that, I haven't really read, but it only makes sense since you can deposit USDC, you'll be able to also withdraw USDC. But in order to trade, it will instantly convert it to BUSD. And lovely friends, just use FTX. I mean, use FTX. Do whatever the fuck you want, but still, I'm using FTX, and I'm only using Kraken to actually do SEPA transactions to my European bank account. That's all. That's all. And it's only crypto to bank account, never bank account to crypto. This has ended many years ago. So yeah, enough with the little intro. It's a bare reminder, lovely friends. It's a bare reminder. Keep an eye on the Euro USD chart. Maybe it's going to be the canary in the coal mine. Maybe it's going to be the early signal that we are looking for. Maybe it will not be. Maybe some other crazy black swan is gonna fly our way and gonna take a dump on our heads. So I don't know. Uh, just out of curiosity, just to remind you where we were a year ago, uh, let's go check the historic price of the market of Solana as well. Exactly 1 year ago. So let's go to historical snapshots. Let's go down to 2021. Let's go to September. Let's go to September 12th. September 5th is the closest one, actually. and Solana is at $142. It has grown by 50%. Lovely friends, do you remember these days a year ago? Do you remember these days? 50% up in a week. Solana went from $70 to like from $100, $90, whatever it was, to 142. And it's gonna continue going up. It's gonna go up for the next 5 to 7 days, and it's gonna reach an all-time high of 210, 215. That's a local high. We're gonna see a second top at 165 at the beginning of November 2021, while everybody was at breakpoint. Solana moved to the moon, and obviously, some smart people that were not in breakpoint took some profit. Uh, there's a cat in my feet doing some weird shit. Uh, I think the good days are gonna come back. I'm bullish on Solana. You know that I've been buying Solana while at those low levels. We bought Solana at $44. We bought Solana at $35. We bought Solana at $28. And we said we still have ammunition for Solana 25 or 24, and ultimately at Solana at 18. Solana $18, and we're gonna fat finger it. That's the plan. That's the plan. Make sure you still have ammunition. There is a high chance the bear market hasn't settled in yet. We haven't seen the full force. We haven't been slapped in the face. So just be patient. Keep your ammo, and let's see what's gonna happen. Let's move to another topic. I minted my tube. I was selected on the youth list. Thank you so much for supporting me. I mean, it's kind of free money, so yeah, thank you, thank you. Now, am I gonna sell? Could be. Like I wanna be part of the community. I wanna be part of the experiment. I wanna see what the gods are doing. I'm curious. I'm curious, and I'm not like I know 150 sol is a nice steak dinner, right? Really nice steak dinner. But I'm gonna keep my tube. I'm gonna mint my youth, and I'm gonna see where this goes. Now, if I had the smaller balance sheet, I'd be taking profit. If I was not a core member, a core contributor to the Grape protocol, to the Grape community, I maybe have be considering to sell faster or at lower levels. Now, if the price goes to eye-watering levels, I'll obviously say I'm not married to any community, but I'm most probably gonna keep for for community reasons. Put it like that. Put it like that. But again, you should sell. Like, please take profit, especially if you were youth listed, bought the dust early, and the whole thing has costed you what 10, 11 sol maybe. Then just sell it, guys. Just take the profit, wait for the thing to drop, rebuy it, and be hyped. A quick reminder on how this shit is going to work, probably theoretically, at least until further notice. So what they're gonna do is everybody mints their tube. Couple of days later, you can go and exchange that tube with a youth. Now, every tube is the same, every youth is different. So, you don't know what youth your tube contains. There is no way to determine if you have a rare, if you have a legendary trait. There's nothing you can know. Not you, not the people that came from the DAO list, not the people that came from the gods holding. Everybody gets the same tube, and everybody has the same chances for the youth. Now, for the first 6 months, people will be allowed to create custom traits and change aspects of their own NFT. Meaning, if you mint a youth that has a baseball cap, you can actually acquire a Y trait, which allows you to create a new trait and officialize it and allow it to be listed to the y00ts marketplace, you'll need to be holding this Y token, which actually makes official, and it allows you to use their trademark uh, art. It kind of allows you to use it as your own, despite of not owning the intellectual property. This is an experiment of intellectual property rights, because theoretically by holding the Y trait, you can use that intellectual property at your own way. You can change it, you can create new traits. As we said, a baseball cap, if you hold the Y trait, you can create a golden hat, for example, and exchange your golden hat with the baseball cap. Now if you're an artist, you can acquire those Y traits, create traits, and list them in the marketplace, either sell them or put them for free, list them for free, and then collect money from royalties, or just sell them and collect money from the sales and the royalties. You can manipulate the rarity, meaning you can only list, I don't know, a limited amount of that specific trait, meaning you can create this golden hat, sell it for, I don't know, 100 dust per hat, and there are only 10 hats in the marketplace, and they're never going to exist an 11th. Now this is going to be open to everybody that holds a Y trait for the first 6 months. After the 6 months, no more custom traits. The only organizations that will be allowed to create custom traits are world famous brands, clothing brands, or whatever brands. Could be some kind of sports thing, could be some kind of competition, could be some kind of festival, could be some kind of fashion designer, could be anything. But it's not going to be common people, common shitcoiners, and and us degenerate NFT holders. No, no, no. It's going to be reserved for the professionals. But for the first 6 months, you'll be allowed to actually stake your y00ts, and for every month that is staked, you get a Y trait. As we said, 6 months, meaning you have time to generate 6 Y traits and use those Y traits to either exchange them, store them in the NFT. Because if you stake your y00ts for 6 months, generate 6 Y traits, hold them, never use them, never exchange them, never create any custom traits or collections, you can sell your NFT, sell your y00ts that has attached 6 Y traits. That's gonna make your NFT much more valuable. That's the first part. So you need to keep all this story in your mind. So we're gonna have our y00ts. It's gonna have random traits. We don't know what they're gonna be. For 6 months, we'll be able to, if we want to stake that y00ts, receive the Y traits, and then we have two choices with those Y traits. Where either we create our own custom traits, attach a Y trait, and list them in the marketplace, or actually sell those Y traits individually or together with your NFT. So two different paths that you can take. After those 6 months, this ends. Now, what changes though? This is important. This is important. You will be allowed to detach traits from your y00ts, exchange them with other traits, and then reattach them to your y00ts. So you can buy the golden hat while you have a shitty baseball cap, exchange or sell or burn that cap, then add the golden cap, the golden hat to your NFT, and lock it. And here you go. You upgraded your NFT. But think of it the other way. Think of it the other way. For us that we're looking for alpha, for us that are looking to get money, to make money out of this. Or at least for you guys. Because as I said, I'm considering of keeping my youth for communities kind of thing. But don't be me. Do your thing. Sell your youth. Not financial advice, by the way. So think of it the other on like upside down. Think of it the other way around. You'll be allowed to deconstruct your youth and sell those traits individually. So if you get lucky while opening your tube and you get a youth that has a legendary or an epic trait, then in 6 months you can detach that legendary trait, list it in the youth marketplace, and sell it individually. And there is a chance, there is a world where your legendary trait goes ballistic, sells for 1,000 Solana. And the funny thing is, you sell your trait and you buy a common trait. You still keep your youth. You still can go through the shitty matrica verification and be allowed into the circle jerk because you're holding a youth. But you not only you de-risked, you most probably made money because trust me, if you had that golden crazy helmet for the gods NFT that you could detach and sell, Dylan's crown or whatever it was called. Dude, this thing sold for 7,700 Solana. That was like $240,000. Yes, Sperts. Yeah. Dylan's helmet. You could detach it. I mean, maybe, like if you had all three traits and you could detach them and sell them, yeah, maybe it wouldn't be 7,700, but it would be 5,000 because someone could just collect all the golden Dylan shit and create that shiny Dylan or whatever, however it's called. So there are many ways to actually use your youth and make money. So just think about the game theory, think about the dynamics, think about how much you need that money, because you can go now and sell your tube, or if you want to go buy, you can go to Magic Eden, you can explore, you go to Utes mint tube, your ticket to Utopia, explore collection. And as you see, there are 361 tubes listed. This is out of 15,000. So this is a tiny percentage listed. What is it? It's nothing. It's nothing. It's like 2%. Yeah, 2%. A bit over 2%. 2.2 or something like that. And the floor is 138. I'm not sure if they're still minting. I am honestly not sure. I like it was Easy Money that was actually Easy Money had a very nice thing that we were looking at. It was Aura actually. Aura gave. Does it have a link? Huge. What the fuck? Here you go. So here's where we're gonna see the stats. As you see, 11,177 YouTubes have been minted. So we're missing about 25% of the whole thing. There are people that hold 134 tubes. Most probably these guys are holding quite a lot of DGODs as well. Uh, you see, you can track the secondary sales here. Mints, some sales as well. Again, 360 listed, floor price 138, almost 200,000 Solana on volume, and we can see it also here. This, as we said, there are 15,000 tubes. 5,000 were the scholarships and the DAO pool, which happened before the scholarships. That was early August. And then we have 10,000 gods, and each god holder will has received a tube. So we're missing quite a lot of god tube mints. I'm not sure if this is going to stay open in perpetuity. I don't think it will, but please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how the DGOD's tubes work, but if they're gonna stay open forever, or they're gonna be given to the public, or they're gonna have some kind of uh, qualification like round for the wait list, or I have no clue how they're gonna handle it. But curious to see where this is gonna stop, and if we're gonna actually get all 10,000 from the gods minted. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Another thing that most probably is happening is Dust Labs is dumping. It should be dumping, despite, yes, it's 20% down. Obviously, you should have sold the news if you were going to do the dust play. Despite them announcing a $7 million, despite announcing a $7 million raise in order to help develop the Dust Labs, this is not enough to hold the price to the previous levels. It peaked at what? Not even three. We peaked at 295. Did we go? Did we go anywhere else before that? Yes, 30th of August. So a week ago, we actually peaked to $3.88, and nothing else before that. Sell the news on this one, guys. If you're still holding dust, you're doing it wrong. Oh, I see. I see. Reno Mike is telling us that they're gonna do a raffle after the wait list, and Butter for Soul says that the Utes mint will get more expensive each day once the as the days pass, the Utes is going to become more expensive. And yeah, this is only for the gods holders. So the longer the gods wait, the more expensive the Ute will become to be minted. That's it. That's it, lovely friends. That's it. That's the whole idea. This is what's happening with Utes and tubes, and then consider yourselves informed now. Now that you have all the information, at least all the information that we know so far, uh, you can find a way to profit from this. Make sure you don't buy dust anytime soon. There is going to be another dust pump. The whole marketplace will be working with dust. I'm pretty sure they'll find a way to encourage people to use dust in the marketplace. Although I'm pretty sure they'll also allow you to create any pair with Solana, or with to sell your shit, to sell your trades, to sell your Y connected trades for Dust, Solana, or stablecoin. Uh, I think I'm not missing anything. I think I'm not missing anything. I think I'm not missing anything. Yes. Yeah, if I'm missing anything, lovely friend, just mention it on the chat. We went through the white paper together, line by line. We read every single word on that white paper. on the previous stream. That's episode 134. You'll find it on YouTube. You'll find it on Twitch. You can watch it, comment underneath. I always read comments on YouTube and I try my best to respond. I know, guys, we're missing those chapters that we used to have, but yeah, maybe someone's gonna help me out to actually create those chapters. Shout out to Astro Boy, shout out to Jaris that used to do this task in the past and are no longer around. Alokotaz is saying not a good time for this while BTC is dumping at the moment. Man, BTC is gonna be dumping, but BTC is correlated, highly correlated with world markets and with growth markets mostly. So if you see Tesla pumping, if you see tech stocks pumping, if you see some kind of in general technology, promising technology shit pumping, most likely Bitcoin is either going to be following, either going to be leading. Not sure which one comes first. It always used to be world markets come first, but Bitcoin has grown enough to sometimes lead the way, and hopefully one day it will safely lead the way. It will always be volatile, it will always be going up and down. Now if you zoom out, I mean, if Bitcoin is at 6 million and the volatility, the daily volatility is $10,000 up, $10,000 down, it will still look like a straight line to you. But yeah, we are very, very long, very far away from such thing. Vajrus is actually asking, Dust Labs had some seed round, right? Yes, they announced their funding round. Today, they received $7 million to actually develop this protocol, to develop this idea. And as Frank says in his Twitter bio, as he's said many times in his countless AMAs, podcasts, and YouTube vids, this is a social experiment. This is an experiment. This is certainly not something that has been done before. And we don't know the outcome. So come play with us, but be careful, be advised, know your shit, do your research, etc., etc., etc. Reno Mike, yes, I think Sol Big Brain also invested. I'm like, if it's an NFT and Sol Big Brain hasn't an NFT protocol, some builders, Sol Big Brain is everywhere. Yeah. Sol Big Brain. Cool guy. He always shields his bags, I mean, believe half of what you see. There is huge conflict of interest, and he's a promoter. Promotes his bags. He sticks with the projects he's invested, which makes sense. Like I'm not bad mouthing him in any way. It should be obvious to you guys. It should be obvious. Salve is asking if I believe in a mini rally on Q4. Bro. Don't win. It's a good question, man. It's a good question. Logically, as I also said in the beginning of the show, logically, we should have a mini rally which will allow us to dramatically crash. In order for us to feel pain again, we need to at least have a little sip of hopium, a little bit of taste of euphoria. That's when you start making dreams again. Because if you haven't made any dreams, there is nothing for the market to shatter. There is nothing for the market to break. So you need to create some new dreams, and the only way to create some new dreams and actually feel the crash is to have a mini pump. So yes, just because like I'm not playing any. Like, I'm not taking any bets. Obviously, I have no clue what's gonna happen. I wish I had the crystal ball. I wish I had the time machine to go back and invest and take the bull or the bear side. But I don't. But if I had a gun on my head threatening me, are you gonna pick up or are you gonna pick down? I would pick the mini rally on Q4 and then a multi-year recession, world recession. Oh, it's Untied Bear, man. Dude, what's up, Toyton? What's up, what's up, what's up? Ah, those crystal balls, man, those crystal balls. You taught me how to use them. You taught me how to use them. I will forever cherish that. Rihu is asking, are we buying all the new L1s in the next run? Should we up to say Celestine Fuel? Dude, some of those I don't even know. What is Fuel? What is Celesti? I know Sui and Aptos, and yes, let's repeat for those that are new to the channel. As always, not financial advice. As always, none of my content is scripted. I don't prepare a list of things that I'll talk about. I just open the camera and welcome my internet friends. So there is nobody's paying me to say these things. I don't make any money from Twitch. Like what? Maybe I make like $40 from Pertz's donation. Shout out to Pertz for the donation. Oh shit, my sound is off. But yeah, we have the market to provide us for that. So thank you, Pertz, thank you. But really, Pertz is not paying me to say anything. He's just paying me to smile and to hear my silly voice. Looking forward on seeing you soon, my lovely Pertz. But yeah, guys, we've discussed optimal strategies for bear times. We've discussed on how you can prepare. We've discussed and we've kind of all agreed, because this is an open conversation with either the Grape community or the viewers or the viewers of the stream. So this is a mix, and we've kind of agreed all together that a simple tactic that has proved to be successful in the past, and it oh my god, look at this, is to actually spray and pray all the L1s. If you actually spray, oh my god, look at this. Like, look at what's happening. I live in the jungle. So, a good strategy. Come on, say hi to our internet friends. Hi, internet friends. Whoa. Why you get so sad, so anxious? Why do you get so anxious? You hate me. Getting there. So, a really good strategy, lovely friends, is just to spray and pray all the L1s. All of them. You're just gonna buy from the really popular ones to the classic ones. You're not gonna go to old things. You're just gonna buy new things. So anything that was around in 2022, you'll buy and you go forward. You go also to 2021. So you should buy the internet computer, ICP. You should buy Solana. You should buy Avalanche. You should buy Ethereum. You should buy Salve. I see you're saying Neon. I don't know, man. I will talk about that. But even ICP, Definity, the internet computer, despite the cringy name, theoretically it's a good tech that was actually rolled out before its time, just because private investors did not want to miss the bull run. Beat is trolling me by mentioning ADA and Hex. I would wait for ADA for the next bull, not the bull run that's coming, theoretically coming, the one after. We've said ADA is gonna be ready at the end of this decade. We are expecting it in 2028 to be completed. Also to have crossed the fifth phase. So ADA has 5 stages. At the moment, we are at stage 2.5, at the middle of stage 2. So we just had smart contracts enabled, and when we have a bunch of things also coming, but it's gonna take time, and it's gonna take quite a lot of partnerships for them to be successful. Partnerships with governments, with universities, and with the really large organizations. So it's not news that we're gonna miss. We'll definitely hear of this news. So just relax with Hex, man. That Richard guy, man, Richard, whatever his name is, the Hex guy, he's so fucking cringy, man. He has the worst taste in clothes. He wears these weird cowboy boots and these silly hats and those like leather vests and those lumberjack shirts that man, he's just a ridiculous guy with his fat hands sporting those Rolexes and those expensive. I don't know. He's too cringy for my portfolio. I'm not gonna do it. If you're gonna do Hex, do Hex. If you wanna do Bitcoin Cash, do Bitcoin Cash, man. Just go Roger Ver all the way. But I ain't following. I'll spray and pray at some point. I haven't done it yet on when Aptos comes out, when Sui comes out, when all this shit come out, and they pump, and then logically the hype is gonna die down until we see some traction in the blockchain. But in that time frame, I will buy a little bit of everything. I will not buy Ripple. I will not buy Bitcoin Cash. I will not buy Bitcoin Gold. I will not buy Ethereum Classic. Cat is going crazy. But I'll buy everything else. And small amounts, just like if you bought Solana at $1 pre bull market, even if you had a small amount, even if you had $1,000, you'd be happy. You'd be happy for sure. For sure, you'd be happy. So yeah, that's an easy tactic. Spray and pray on new L1s. There is a reason. There is a reason. Alameda and the really big VCs are actually supporting almost every new L1. You never know where the roulette ball is going to stop. All the lovely friends, welcome Wartor, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. So yeah, yes, L1s. So I see we've already done an hour of a show. I really want us to talk a little bit about some grape votes, some grape things, some things that are happening in the grape community, in the grape DAO. Interesting things that you can actually participate. We demonstrated the use of the Twitter bot. It's not some groundbreaking technology, but it creates a little bit of a sense of community, a little bit of privilege to control a Twitter account that has actually value and followers. So really cool stuff. Happy to be using this bot. I forgot to address Salve's question about Neon. So Neon theoretically is not like I'm using this word theoretically just because I was in Breakpoint last year and I came back and I had like a goodie bag with really niche merch from Neon. So I had a box of condoms, of Neon condoms, and I don't see Neon. It's been a year. I'm going to Breakpoint now on 2022. And well, we're gonna have more goodie bags from Neon. I want to see some Solana compatibility with Ethereum virtual machines. This is what Neon promised. They promised a way to actually take Ethereum contracts or Ethereum virtual machine contracts. Remember, EMVs are other blockchains that can actually run the Ethereum contracts. This is the simplest way of putting where Ethereum contracts written in Solidity are actually compatible and can be ported very easily to another L1. Solana is very, very different. It's written in Rust. It has very different kind of uh, consensus algorithm. It has a really weird way of displaying all the data. Indexing is really hard. A lot of transactions compared to other networks. So it's not compatible with Ethereum virtual machine contracts. So you just can't really fork a smart contract and take it to Solana. Like you would be able to do it with Phantom. You would be able to do it with a bunch of. You would be able to do it with Binance Chain. These are. You would be able to do it with Cosmos, but you can't do it with Solana. So what this Neon team promised, they said, "Hey, we're building a suite of tools that will actually allow for the deployment of EMV." What's up, bro? Uh, for EMV Ethereum virtual machine smart contracts. It's gonna make the life of lots of developers easier. It's gonna allow for the hordes of Solidity developers, highly paid crypto OGs to come to Solana to build, or even to allow for easy deployment of already successful smart contracts from Ethereum to Solana. A good way to think about it is how hard it was for the Saber people to bring the Curve technology to Solana, and how easy that would have been if Neon was functional. Still, though, I haven't seen any signs of it being functional. I just have a bunch of condoms saying Solana Neon. Also, like this means nothing, really means nothing, and this is no fad. This is not me having a bad impression. Like maybe it's me having a bad impression actually, but this is me, just me personally. uh I think, not I think, I'm sure, I'm not, I'm unsure about which day that was. I think it was uh one day before the big breakpoint party. I think it was Gabriele that actually took me from my hand. He says, "Hey, let me introduce you to the Neon founder." Uh, they had a bunch of money from a bunch of venture capitals, and they were making quite a lot of noise in social media and in the Solana circle jerks, but not really showing us any tech. So I go to meet this guy. This guy was pissed drunk. When I'm telling you pissed drunk, guys, it was embarrassing. The guy couldn't stand. The guy was just cracking jokes that were not even funny. Were like just cringe bad jokes that maybe if I was pissed drunk, I'd be laughing, but I was not, and I was just slightly weirded out, and he gave me a bunch more condoms. It's just a weird thing, man, to hand condoms to strangers that, yeah, you never know. Maybe there is something more. Maybe there is some kind of synergy, but we can't explore it with such behavior. I don't know. I'd never do like something like that. Make sure to be presentable, guys, when you're in those events. Just don't allow yourself to go crazy. I mean, there there is so much more time that you can go crazy. Just don't go in those events. Or if you go in those events, make sure you're in a closed circle. You don't want other founders. You don't want other power users. You don't want other community members. You don't want to show your worst self. Just I have a bad impression for the guy just because he was pissed drunk. I've been pissed drunk in my life. I'm pretty sure I've met a bunch of people that have a terrible impression about me just because I was pissed drunk. So, ah, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Before we go forward, as I said, before we finish this show, we need to talk about the votes, on-chain votes for Grape Protocol. I keep on going back to Grape Protocol because, guys, it's important for you to understand the difference between an on-chain DAO, a real DAO, and the chat community. There's like 99% of self-proclaimed DAOs are chat communities that have really no decentralization, no on-chain data, no transparency, and it's all controlled by a small minority. Come on, guy, don't. He's trying to restart my computer. He's standing like that on my PC, standing on the restart button. Don't do it. Come on, little cat. Come on. Whoa, dude. It's crazy today, guys. Before we go to see the votes, before we go to see the NFT competition and explain what's happening, I need to get another beer. So give me a second, please. Give me a second, please. Is there something we can watch while? Yeah, we should be able. Here you go. Watch this while I.
Let's fucking go! Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go! Let's go.
Let's fucking go! Some ASMR shit. Drinking Mamos today. Mamos. Beer from Patra. Patra is the third largest city in Greece, and it's the second largest port of the country, and it's where if you want to go to Italy by boat, you take a boat from Patra, and you can actually travel to 3 different places in Italy, on the north, somewhere in the middle of the country, and on the south. So yeah, this is where the beer comes from. Well, on that note, once again, cheers to everybody. So, important votes happening on the Grape DAO. So, the Grape DAO operates on the governance program called Realms. This is curated by the Solana team, Mango, Grape, Jet, and a bunch more of developers. It's open source. You can actually develop stuff on it. You can work on the front end. You can work on instructions. You can join the Discord. You can get involved. The people behind it, Sebastian Bohr, for example, is a superstar. He makes time for everybody. He's jolly and smart and has really pushed the boundaries of DAO. DAO thought leadership and he knows his shit. He knows. So make sure to, if you're interested in these things, join Grape, play around, learn how the DAO works, and then just jump in and develop cool shit that everybody needs. So you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 4. This has ended and hasn't passed. So we have 4 active votes. And they're cool votes because the first vote, which needs only 240,000 votes to pass, is actually testing the Everland protocol. It's a lending protocol. We're just testing it with $50, and the cool thing is that you do it through an on-chain instruction, meaning if the vote actually passes, the $50 that are held in the contract are actually going to interact with the Everland DApp and actually do some cool shit without the requirement of the third person using their wallet, having this kind of bottleneck. having this kind of trust issues without him needing to take it upon himself and use Everland. So this is completely done by the governance program. Another super interesting vote that is happening is the removal of of the class tiers in Grape membership. So if you ever been in the Grape community, you'll see that there are four different classes, and each class gives you different perks in the server, different perks on realms, the ability to actually propose, the ability to vote on chain proposals, and at lower levels, the ability to vote on Discord polls that can trigger on chain votes, your ability to participate in the DAO calls, your ability to get on stage without asking any permission, the ability to get involved with various sub DAOs like the NFT council, like Dean's List, like the GAN sub DAO, like the community creators, a bunch of things, a bunch of groups that are creating value for crypto, for Solana, for Grape itself. But this is a really fun vote. I invite everybody to really read the details on Discourse, which is our secondary forum. This is where discussion happens, if required, prior to an on-chain vote. But you can skip this level and go straight to the Realms governance program. As you see, everybody has voted so far yes, but quorum has not been achieved, meaning we haven't really gathered the number of votes required for a proposal to be valid. So it's just like national elections. Let's say the United States has elections, and nobody goes to vote. Just 3 people go to vote. So you have like 2 votes for Biden, 1 vote for Trump. Biden wins, but he doesn't because quorum hasn't been achieved. You need at least a percentage of the community, a percentage of those that are being involved, that are being invited to vote. A certain percentage needs to actually show up. If nobody shows up, the vote is invalid. So if the 1.9 million, 1,971,000 Grape don't actually participate, even if we are 100% yes, the vote is not going to be successful. You need a certain amount of people for the vote to be successful. Who would have thought, right? Because once you start getting introduced into DAOs, you'll see that there is so much depth. There are so many little things that actually dictate the philosophy and the ethos of the DAO. And then once you learn these things, it's very easy to distinguish between real DAOs, fake DAOs that are pretending to be real, meaning I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you what I mean because this is a fun one, because this is a 50-50 losing one. If you go to explore on the top right, you'll see the allocation of votes. So as you see, the highest voter, the person with the most votes, is someone that controls 2.43% of the valid vote. So of the for a proposal to be successful, as we said, we need a quorum to be met, and this quorum is a number of votes, a minimum number of votes. So from the total votes circulating for the Grey Protocol, the highest, biggest, most badass whale actually holds 2.43%. I can reveal who that's me. The CIN guy here is me. As you see, despite being in Grey from day one, despite being in the hackathon team, despite being a core contributor and actually being there every day, I control 0.45% of the vote. That's very little. That's very little. And you see 0.47 here, 0.44 here, It's very few. It's very small. This is decentralization, lovely friends. This is decentralization. You see how big those bubbles are. They're very small. You see, the threshold is 4%. There is only 1.76 saying yes. There is 2.22 saying no, and quorum has been reached. And this is obviously a vote no. In order to participate, you need to actually deposit your grape into the system. Uh, you can remove them anytime. This does not lock your votes. You don't miss anything. Solana transactions are cheap, so getting them in or out is very simple. And there is no contract risk on this one. Does not interact with other dApps. It does not interact with the open market. So there is no. There is minimum contract risk. Minimum. I personally trust Realms with all my funds, all my grape, and I'm okay with it. Once again, no financial advice. Don't blame me if something happens, something goes wrong. Not an expert, just a degen that loves losing money. Some cool fancy words on the other two proposals. The, to fund squads V3. Specifically, this proposal is to fund a treasury called the Agility Treasury, which requires very few votes and is for urgent matters, meaning this is going to contain a very small amount. You can actually read the instructions here, and you see that they are actually moving 5,000 USDC and 8 Solana for that agility fund. And this is, do we need to deploy money fast somewhere? Okay, we have a committee that can actually deploy the money without getting the okay from the rest of the community or for the rest of the DAO, from the rest of the DAO. But again, it's limited in a very small amount. Anything exceeding 5,000 or 8 Sol cannot actually be moved without the okay from the rest of the DAO. So we've discussed what this agility fund is. And everybody agrees that it should be funded again. Most probably the funds were used for either bounties, for paying people, for services, for paying for goods, for paying for merch, for paying for whatever, but without the requirement of the rest of the DAO. Again, you can read and see the agility fund on squads. Squads is a multi-sig platform that allows the management of smaller groups, so you can create a multi-sig wallet that 3 people or 4 people or 5 people can actually control, and they can vote on deploying the funds or not. While the general DAO, as we said, requires millions and millions and millions of grape. While the squads works with council tokens, meaning that all with multi-sig tokens, multi-sig signatures of each associated account, meaning we create a wallet and we say that we point to the wallet who are the owners, which signatures are required for any movements to happen, and then let's say we have three people holding signatures, and we set the parameters in that way that funds are going to move as long as 2 out of 3 people agree. So this is something that you control, and it just makes easier the coordination of smaller teams. Another cool vote that is happening on Grape is the Grape DAO Bounty Wallet, and this is the wallet that we fund in order to push bounties that benefit the Solana space, the DAO space, Grape itself, or any other partners of ours. We usually create a very detailed summary of what we need to be built. We spec it with in great detail. We discuss it every Sunday at 12. I think it's UTC 12 UTC noon correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, just join the Grape community and ask. So we have a bounty call where there is a bounty committee. Anybody is welcome to actually submit a bounty, and then if this bounty is selected, it and actually created, meaning that it is successfully built by any team that chooses to claim this bounty, the person who proposed the bounty gets also some reward. I think 5% or 10% of the total bounty reward goes to the person that drafted the bounty. So let's say I'm a Grape community. I believe that, oh, we need those kind of DAO metrics. We need a dashboard that displays DAO metrics and proposal metrics and treasury metrics for the Grape community. I can spec it out in detail, in great detail, like even make some mock-ups where I want the menus, where I want what kind of functionality does it have, which databases need to interact. However you think about it, however you imagine it, you just need to be really detailed, so there is no miscommunication with anybody wasting time or putting time, not wasting, it's the wrong word, just putting time to complete the bounty. And then, of course, that person or that team is going to get paid. And the worst thing that can happen is to actually approve a bounty, have a team make it, and then the DAO says, "Nah, we're not paying you." On-chain vote to send money to that wallet that just completed the bounty, and the vote fails. And what do you do? What do you do as a community? What do you do as a representative or as a member of the Grape community? Do you apologize? Do you say, "Hey guys, thanks for the work. The DAO voted not to pay you"? Nah. So we've seen this happen in the past, and we made sure it never happen again. Of course, we paid from the people's pocket that did not feel like this was right. But since then, we're using squads. We first deploy the bounty rewards into the squad's multisig, which is controlled by people that understand the rules and understand and have been selected by the Grape DAO. Not they were not awarded this position in a centralized way. They were voted there, and these people are going to actually pay out anybody working on bounties. So if you're a developer, if you are a designer, if you are a creator in any way, and you're looking for work, I'm not saying come to Grape and we'll find you work. Just be in Grape, keep your eyes open, read the bounties that we push out. Maybe you can participate in one of them. Read what the bounties, what the Grape community requires. Read what Realms, Solana, and DAOs in general require. See how much money is being offered into the DAO track on the various hackathon. You'll realize that the narrative is actually pushing us towards the DAO stuff. And yeah, you should keep your eyes open, be on Grape, be on those Sunday calls that actually discuss the bounties, and you never know, something might come up, some good idea, or some fantastic team can assemble and participate in one of the many hackathons or many like we only hear about the big super popular Solana hackathons, but trust me, a mini hackathon happens in every hacker house. There is a demo day, there are bounties, and anybody who's organizing such events appreciates so much any team that actually works there and has signed up for the demo day. So please participate and give it a go. If you think that you know what's missing from the DAO scene, if you think you know what's missing for Grape, what's missing from Reals, what's missing from Solana, what's missing from wallets, communities, and DeFi, NFTs, and GameFi, just draft a bounty, campaign for it a little bit during the call, explain why this bounty is essential and required. And trust me, people are going to help you. People are going to point you to the right direction, and you can actually make some grape. And make some grape means increase your voting power. And you have a lot of voting power. As you see here, there's $610,000. $425,000 are in this vault, in stablecoin. This is not in some shitcoin. This is in stablecoin. Another 50K is here. You know? This is to help the ecosystem grow. This is to help the ecosystem grow. So please, please, please participate. Learn the difference. Learn how a DAO operates. Learn the difference between a group chat and a real on-chain DAO. And guys, it's like $9 to join the Grape community. And just look around. Nobody takes those $9 from you. You just can join, see how it is for you, if there is anything for you. And if there is nothing for you, just move on. Sell it, move on. You don't pay any membership. This is not a paid group where every month you need to pay 0.5 Ethereum or else we're not going to allow you. No. This is hold to be a member. And if you don't like it, just sell. And trust me, if you've participated, you'll be rewarded. And you'll exit Grape with more money than what you entered. So let's say you bought 1,000 Grape to join Grape. You participated a little bit in the DAO call, a little bit in the voting stuff, and maybe made a flyer. Most probably you're going to exit the community with profit, at least in Grape terms. So yeah, this is not some fake DAO, and I'm like, we can go. There's a bunch of DAOs on Realms. You see, from Ukraine, Mango, Side Options, Realms ecosystem, Solana, Mango, Mangolana. The Sanctuary, G-Sale, Cardinal, Marinade, Monkey DAO, Goof DAO, Goblin Gold. We know all these things. Ledao, Bonfida, The Bears, Ratio Finance, Media, Synthetify. Like, we know all these guys. We know Dean's List, Athens DAO. And these are all like official DAOs. But even if I go to Mango, like, this is one of the most popular Mango, the most popular DAOs. Is it a DAO? Kinda. Who can make proposals? Because who can propose things? Because I see here we have a lot of money. We have $233 million. You realize this is a lot of money. Of course, 53 million is in stablecoin, another 10 million is in stablecoin. So about $65 million are in stablecoins, and $175 million are in shitcoins. Now, how do I interact? How can I participate in the Mango DAO? New proposal. Oh shit. It says connect your wallet. Let's connect my wallet. Oh shit, look at me. I have 30,000 Mango. Oh shit, I don't have enough governance power to actually create a proposal. It's grayed out. Let's see the parameters. What the fuck is happening? Ah, there's a cat here. See, look. So I can go check the parameter, and I can see it says what is the minimum amount of tokens required to create a proposal? Oh, look at this. The minimum to create a proposal is 7.5 million. And yes, this is Mango DAO governance power. The admin key, Mango admin key. This is the smallest possible amount, $100,000. And that's the lowest you can go. But the real governance needs actually a lot of money. 7.5 million. You can see the different parameters as you see, and you'll see what kind of votes it supports, which treasuries it can tap into. So this is one of the best DAOs, but still, it makes it impossible to interact. 7.5 million. If you go to Jupiter and I go to Mango, and this should be USDC, and I wanna sell 7.5 million. That's 340,000. And in order to tap into the shitty vaults, you need at least 5k worth of Mango, which is not a lot, but it doesn't give you a lot of freedom. And this is the best case scenario, lovely friends. This is the best case scenario. Mango, the people that have actually developed that. You see the other DAOs. I don't know. Let's go to Goof DAO. I love the roofers. I like their NFTs. I like the people. But is it a real DAO? What's going on? No proposals? For sure there are proposals. Here you go. Oh, look what's happening. 3 votes, yes. 3 more votes required. So this is... Cat is playing. So this DAO works only with council tokens. Who holds the council tokens? The core team. So what you need to do is request from the core team to actually put a proposal on chain. That's not real DAO. So if I go to governance, to parameters, you'll see council token, minimum community tokens needs 20 billion. So council token, council token, council token, council token, council, it's everything council token. And most probably this one that requires 0 is not an active governance. It's bullshit. How's SBR? What's SBR DAO, man? Saber DAO. You're talking about Tribeca. The Saber team is leaving Solana. They're focusing on Aptos. They're focusing on Sui. From the little things that I've heard on the market, Tribeca is actually controlled now by Marinade. Marinade holds the keys to Tribeca, holds the keys to Query, holds the keys to a bunch more protocols that were developed by the Saber team. Again, Saber hasn't officially said that, hey, we stopped maintaining the builds we have on Solana. They haven't said anything like that. But my personal degenerate opinion is that they've long gone. They were out the moment Casio fell apart, the moment that derivative stablecoin actually was exploited. They were out. They were out. Afterwards, if you watch episode 132, we talk about the ridiculous situation that was revealed, where the Macalinao brothers just said, hey, we were behind 10 more protocols on Solana. We had anonymous accounts. We were this cat. Dude, stop it, man. They, like, you can see him over there. They were the guys that were actually controlling Sunny. and they were pretending to be some other dev. They had 11 different Twitter accounts, like 15 Discord accounts, and a bunch of servers. They all pretended that they were different. They never revealed it. CoinDesk actually wrote a piece about it and shed quite a lot of light to it. Before we finish, my God, we're gonna be at the 2 hours mark. I really want to let you know about a vote that is happening in the Grape community. This is a vote, man. Give me a second, guys, because the cat has found a ball and he's just playing around like crazy, and they can't hear anything. Come on, little cat, don't be like that. So this is what he's been playing with. Fucking thing. So cool stuff. This is something that Dean started as a just an experiment, and I think it's a fantastic experiment. It's really funny. And this is it. Starts like that. One of the cool things Grape members get to do is vote on how to use our treasury. I showed you our treasury. Our treasury holds $700,000. So Dean says here, one of the cool things Grape members get to do is vote on how to use the treasury. He says, I might make a proposal to buy $10,000 worth of one of those NFT projects. And he lists mask tapes, bears reloaded, gimmicks, and DPs. I voted for DPs. Nobody wanted DPs. Everybody wanted bears reloaded. But the beautiful thing is that you can actually go here and create a proposal. You can create a proposal. So I say, buy $10,000, 10K worth of bears reloaded. Like, yada, and then you add the transaction, buy NFT somehow. You create a transaction connected to an instruction, and you can buy a NFT, or you can just send it to a wallet and manually do it. There's a bunch of ways. The beautiful thing is that the treasury has money. So what? How was this? How did we continue this experiment? It was formally. We created a formal poll about which NFTs to buy. We allowed the community to propose which NFTs they have interest in. They have bags of. They are part of the communities. They believe they are great value. They have, I don't know, a really good DAO, or great ideas, or great monetization, or whatever was the excuse. And there is a channel here which you can see if you are at least a gibbon. And this is the channel where we vote for the NFTs. It says this channel is for the big NFT $10,000 floor sweep. Over the next week, we will vote on which of these projects we want to buy $10,000 worth of NFTs. The timeline is the following. Voting here for the 3 to 5 top projects. Then we will invite those projects to our DAO call to pitch why we should buy. What's their value proposal? And we can ask some questions. And lastly, the one that those 5 people are going to, those 5 communities are going to actually put on chain for the rest of the Grape community to vote on. And they will have context, because most of the Grape community, or at least those that are interested and involved, will follow the DAO call. And during that DAO call, we'll hear the team speeches. So it's pretty cool. It's really fun. Hi, it's Astro Boy. Welcome back, Astro Boy. Welcome back, brother. Missed you. So this is a cool thing that works just because just because we are an on-chain DAO, just because the treasury is liquid, just because we're really deep into the Solana NFT community. Toyton is right. Toyton, sorry, man. I keep on calling you with your other internet name. Untied Bear is right. Lifinity should have been on the list. On the other hand, what these guys share is they're about like 1 or 2 Solana, which means $10,000 is gonna make a dent. You're gonna buy quite a lot of NFTs compared to sweeping NFTs that are priced to, let's say, $2,000, $3,000. It's a different thing if you buy three NFTs that cost $3,000, and a different thing to buy 100 NFTs that cost $100. So yeah, it creates a very different dynamic. But I would have supported Lifinity. I like Durden despite selling his emissions, his grape emissions. Don't you think I'm not looking? I have your address, and I am looking. Personally, I'm looking at many things, but I still love you, and I still admire your work, and I still admire your the way your brain works. So yeah, shout out to Durden and to my OG friends. So the poll now became a larger poll. The NFTs that are included in the list are the Bears Reloaded, the Roof NFTs that grant you access to the DAO, and I personally voted for the Roofies. Masked Ape, we have a couple of holders in the community. It's beautiful because the Masked Apes actually joined Grape and bought Grape in order to participate in the vote. Zenin, Unique Universe, Funbots, which is the Fantasia, the fantasy sports platform on Solana, ForgeBots, Citizens from Solstead, Gorilla Gang, Builders from Epic DAO, Magic Eden Tickets, which is from Magic Eden, and Fractals. And as you see at the moment, Masked Ape and the Bears Reloaded are winning. As I said, I voted for Roofers, and to be honest, I will vote for the Masked Apes as well, because I really like the engagement they had with the Grape community. I actually saw that they published a fantastic list on how the Grape community works, how can the Masked Ape community members join the Grape community and participate in this vote. We've already have 53 unique participants. The poll is going to stay open until the coming Sunday, where the DAO call happens, the big DAO call, the big weekly. It's bi-weekly, but the juice is on Sunday. A follow-up happens on Tuesday. Of course, both dates are extremely important. Don't think that I'm downplaying any of the two, but the long juicy call that lasts 3 hours happens on Sunday, and then there is a lot of fun talk. There is a little bit of arguing, a little bit of bickering, a little bit of campaigning, and a lot of decision making, jokes, music, smiles, beers, and laughs. So yeah, just join us. So the idea is that anybody who is part of this community, you have a bag, just come in, chill your bag, make a proposal for the Grape community to actually invest in the community and share the alpha. Maybe we missed the alpha, and you are the Christ savior of the community that is going to actually bring generational wealth to our treasuries. You never know. Initially, I wanted us to go one by one to these NFTs. I wanted us to go to Hello Moon and look at the sales, look at the floors, look at the prices, look at the volume, kind of see the traits of each, the amount, the circulating amount, see what kind of privileges do you get, see if they are using Matrika or Grape. I mean, we should support the people using our tech instead of our, I don't know, competitors' tech. There's no competition. We're not into verification. Just, it happens, verification is one more tool that Grape has built. But we are focusing on Web3, transparency, and on-chain. Things that have nothing to do with Matrika. Grape is built for scalability. Grape is built for open source. Grape is built to support tokens, SPL domains, SPL tokens, native Solana, NFTs, traits. It's flexible, it's scalable, it's decentralized. So it's just resemblance, not real competition, but still I would want to support and I would vote up any of these projects that use Grape. Again, I like the Woofers because they're OGs, because we've had plenty of interaction in the early days with WoofDAO, and they are making some kind of progress. They are putting the work, and they are to actually push proposals on chain, even if those proposals are actually handled by council tokens. But we'll get there step by step. Like, Grape is a power user of Solana experts and OGs. I can't expect everybody to be so into experimenting to actually put $1 million worth of liquidity in the governance treasuries. So let's not be ultra demanding and let people do their thing. So yeah, I wanted to dig a little bit deeper in each NFT, but maybe you can do it for me. Maybe you can join, find the vote on the NFT channel vote, and vote for your favorite NFT. It's important. It's important to showcase the power of a Grape member. It's important to showcase that there is a way to create proposals that that bring hype from the outside world, not from the Grape circle jerk. So we are making a proposal in order to change something, some operational detail within the DAO. Who cares about this operational detail? The hardcore Grape DAOers. How many are those? 12, 15, 25, let's say. But who is actually interested in such a poll where $10,000 can be deployed to help another project? That's the whole space. Everybody on Solana, everybody on the NFT, everybody, anybody holding any of those NFTs or holding a bag that thinks is undervalued can actually join and propose. So just get involved, come vibe with us, learn the difference between a group chat and an on-chain DAO. Be demanding, really. Be demanding from your founders, be demanding from your community, be demanding from your mods, be demanding from your thought leaders, but be constructive as well. Offer alternatives, offer solutions. Criticizing is very easy. It's the easiest thing in the world. The easiest thing in the world. But you need to offer alternatives. You need to solve the problem. You can't just bitch and moan. And we have the cats here. This is cat fight. Have you seen cat fight? Come on, cats. Fight for me. The cats are not fighting. You know, we could use some oracle and bet on the cats and have some kind of live betting of cat fights. Nah, I'm joking, little kittens. I would never do that. I see Bit is asking, did Sol go down because of y00ts? I assume you're talking about Solana's price. No, Solana is dropping because everything else in the market is dropping, because world markets are actually did a a bull trap today. They opened in the green, and within the day, everything was actually smacked on the ground. So no. Also, let's not forget that y00ts was requiring dust, which is another layer, another shitcoin layer between Solana and the actual NFT. So dust is going down because of y00ts, not Solana. I wish y00ts become so big that Solana is actually affected by the demand of y00ts. I don't think so, and but I still hope for the best. I'm holding a y00ts, and I'm bullish. I'm bullish on the experiment, and I'm eager to see how this is gonna work out. But again, go back in this episode, go in the beginning, and listen to my words about y00ts. Listen to the timeline. Listen to what I am speculating. Listen to what I think is how I think the whole story is gonna play out. What are the phases? Where are we gonna see a pump? Where are you gonna see a dump? And let's see if we're gonna see a higher all-time high floor on the next hype event associated with y00ts, which is the actual minting of y00ts, is the opening of the y00ts store, is the staking of y00ts for the Y trades, is it the closure of open trades, is it the commencement of trading, or is it some kind of large PR event involving some kind of fashion brand that is going to work with y00ts? Any of those could be a catalyst. None of those is promised to happen. So you do you take your risks, you decide what's best for your portfolio, for your pocket, and you'll decide what's the best way to lose your money, right? Lovely friends, on that note, once again, a 2-hour episode, despite me starting the show by saying, this is gonna be a short episode. Bullshit, the moment I start drinking my beer, I can't shut up. And I just enjoy the company of the stream. I enjoy the chat. I enjoy the people that are populating the chat, and I miss those that haven't been with me for the past time. I haven't seen Untied Bear for a couple of streams, or he was just silent. I haven't seen Astro Boy for 6 months. I haven't seen a bunch of. I haven't seen Reno Mike for a couple of weeks. Maybe I've seen Reno Mike on YouTube comments. I welcome Salve. Welcome, my friend. It was the first time you spoke on the stream. I don't know if you were lurking, but please, please, please participate. We're a small family of degens here, running towards the cliff, at least with our pockets full of money. On that note, please don't get shaken out. Please don't go FOMO on y00ts and buy things for 200 Solana and tomorrow the floor is 8. Please don't click on shady links. Please don't follow financial advice given online. Either it's from BitBoy Crypto, either it's from Whale's Friend, either it's from Coin Bureau or whatever. And definitely, certainly, do not trust thick accents on the internet. I love you all. See you very soon.